In a significant policy shift amidst escalating tensions, Donald Trump has announced a renewed naval blockade on Iran and proposed a 20% tariff on all cargo passing through the Strait of Hormuz. This declaration comes as the United States launched its third consecutive night of strikes on Iran, with Washington and Tehran engaged in heavy drone and missile exchanges. The U.S. president, in a post on Truth Social, declared the strait open and suggested the U.S. should oversee it, framing the 20% charge as part of this new blockade. This move follows the UAE's condemnation of what it described as Iran's brazen attacks on tankers, highlighting the volatile backdrop to Trump's announcement. The Strait of Hormuz is a major global oil shipping route, making Trump's proposed 20% toll a potentially massive economic shakeup. Such a tariff would directly increase the cost of goods, particularly oil, for nations worldwide, potentially impacting global markets and consumer prices. This policy reversal, where ships would be charged for safe passage, marks a departure from previous norms for the strategic waterway. With the strait being a critical choke point and the epicenter of ongoing conflict, any additional costs imposed on cargo could have far-reaching economic consequences, affecting supply chains and trade relationships globally, especially for countries reliant on energy transit through this passage. Trump's announcement to take control of the Strait of Hormuz and impose a toll directly clashes with Iran's military warnings against any interference in its management of the waterway. Both Washington and Tehran are claiming control of this strategic passage as fighting escalates, with the U.S. launching fresh strikes and reimposing a shipping blockade. This dispute over the strait's management fuels an already volatile situation, marked by continuous U.S. strikes on Iran and renewed Iranian attacks. The move to charge for safe passage could be interpreted as an assertion of control, further intensifying the geopolitical struggle for influence over this vital maritime passage. The legal implications of Trump's proposed 20% toll and renewed blockade on the Strait of Hormuz are significant. International law typically recognizes the right of innocent passage through straits used for international navigation. A unilateral imposition of a tariff for safe passage or a naval blockade could face challenges regarding its legality under international maritime conventions. Iran's military has already warned against U.S. interference, suggesting a direct conflict over the legal status and management of the strait. This could open new fronts in diplomatic and legal battles, potentially drawing in other nations reliant on the strait for trade and energy transit, further complicating the already tense regional dynamics. The future of global shipping through the Strait of Hormuz now faces profound uncertainty. Trump's renewed blockade and the proposed 20% toll could fundamentally alter maritime trade, potentially driving up costs and creating new security risks in an already contested region. With the strait being a major oil shipping route and the epicenter of conflict, these actions could lead to further escalation between the U.S. and Iran. The ongoing exchange of attacks, coupled with the new economic and military pressures, indicates a period of heightened instability. The ultimate impact will hinge on international reactions, Iran's response, and the potential for a wider regional conflict.